Wagon tracks. And folks, I know that the wagon that Leon traveled on wasn't all that polished up and pretty, but he got a beautiful place up here, let me tell you. Got another wagon right there. And we've got one down here in the corner. I'm going to go down there and take a closer look at that. Right down in the corner there. Leon, what kind of wagon is that?
This is an Amish buggy. Came down from the Pennsylvania area. And I was able to come by it just a few years ago because I thought it would set in real well with the Wagon Tracks book that I had written.
Okay. I bet you end your book by...
Well, I talk about the end of the book when we go back to the Third World or the Amish people just to get a piece of the way it was when I was a kid.
Leon Sester. Leon, I really appreciate you inviting me up here to this beautiful place that you've got here.
Thank you, Roy.
And I've appreciated this book too. Leon, you know, one thing that I hope that people will get from this book, especially people that were born into this world after, say, 1940, they didn't really live through the Depression years, from the 20s all the way up there to the 40s. You and I lived through the Depression, and we know what hard times are, right?
Well, pretty much. I think we can relate to it.
And Leon, you how did you come up with the name of Wagon Tracks?
Well, I've been asked that before. It's pretty obvious when you get right down to it. Back when I was a little, there were not any such things as paved roads. Well, we had a few, but where we lived, way back in the backwoods, we didn't have paved roads all that much. It was sandy roads, mostly three-trail roads. We had a few graded roads back then, a few vehicles, Chevrolets and Fords on the road, but for the most part it was mules and wagons, or horses and wagons, and we made a lot of tracks. We moved on a wagon, and wherever we went on a wagon, well, it was either that or walk.
And now, you, in your book, you talk about different places that you live and talk about some of the people that live there, and can you right off the top of your head give us some places that you wrote about in your book where you actually moved to and lived a while?
Well, that was the problem writing the book in the first place, was I had to identify each location where we moved to, because we were always moving once or twice a year to a different place. Yes, I remember over in Calhoun County near Frink, Florida, we lived at the John Neal Mayo place, and that was part 16 and 17 of the book, of course, and it was a double pen log house. It had a dog trot through it and had a summer kitchen out back where Mother did the cooking, and we had a windmill out back, and it was a beautiful place. Probably of all the places where we had ever lived, that was the most liked.
You ever went up into Alabama then some too, didn't you?
No, we didn't. Didn't live in Alabama. We did live on Peanut Road between Cottondale and Graceful at the Miles Farm one time, but we didn't stay there very long because we moved before we were able to harvest the crop. We grew the crop, we chopped the cotton, hoed the peanuts, but then we up to move to West Bay.
Leon, you know, you've proved something that, and this is another message I hope that people get from reading this book, that where there's, my dad told me this, I think, where there's a will, there's a way. And you did well for yourself. You went into the service and in the Air Force.
Yes.
And you received the highest rank that you could receive as an enlisted person, right? Mm-hmm. What was that?
Chief Master Sergeant.
Chief Master Sergeant. And your responsibilities there were great, I'm told, that you were over the... Tell me, what was your main job there, your last job that you had in the Air Force?
Well, I guess they'd given me this officer's job. I was the Director of Ground Safety for 12th Air Force under Tactical Air Command at Bergstrom Air Force Base, Austin, Texas. the base is no longer there anymore, but I had responsibilities for safety all the way from Mississippi River to California.
Yeah. And really, I believe that was the equivalent of about a colonel in the...
Well, probably about a lieutenant colonel's job if they'd have put an officer in that position.
Well, I congratulate you on that, because you can do that. That's a good thing about America. You know, there's no limit to what a person can do if they set their mind to it.
Well, the problem I might have was digging ourselves out of the rut that we had gotten ourselves into. To begin with, I didn't know where we could go, but my problem was getting into the Air Force with an 8th grade report card because I didn't impress anybody. And you can imagine nowadays somebody trying to get a job, a decent job, with an 8th grade report card.
Okay. You got any signing places you're going to be appearing where people could go and get an autograph book?
Right now we're set up for the Panhandle Pioneer Settlement over at Blountstown, Florida on the 21st day of May, and that would be from 12 to 2. And that would be at the old gym.
Okay. And now, if people want to purchase this book, just watching the show here today, tell them how to do it.
Well, if they want to purchase a book, they can get in touch with you or me at 850-535-2483, and we will tell them how to get the book from there.
Now, my wife, her number, of course, is 850-722-9382, and she's giving us a wind-up. Hey, it's been a joy to be up here.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
Hi folks, I'm BJ with BJ's Marine. This has been a family-owned and operated business for over 20 years. We pride ourselves in the sales and service of Nissan and Tohatsu outboards. At BJ's, we have factory-trained and authorized technicians for Nissan and Tohatsu. We also repair most any make or model outboard. Call or come by BJ's Marine Service at 1317 Transmitter Road. And folks, we really do appreciate your business.
My name's Captain Rick Corley. I'm a SAMS accredited Marine Surveyor, NAMS certified Marine Surveyor, and IAME certified Marine Investigator. Been surveying since 1969. Was taught by my father, who is the oldest, longest practicing Marine Surveyor in the world. We do all types of survey, commercial or pleasure. Steel, aluminum, fiberglass, wood, makes no difference. Give us a call at 850-527-5287 or visit us online. We'd appreciate your business.
Jimmy's Bait and Tackle with 2 locations, 131 West Highway 22 in Weewha-Hitchcock and Cherokee Landing on Highway 2301 at the Bear Creek Bridge. Both stores carry a complete line of freshwater tackle and bait. Cherokee Landing also has boat rentals and canoe rentals, and they also have wet boat slip rentals available. Both locations also carry a complete line of feed. Go see the friendly staff at Jimmy's Bait and Tackle in Cherokee Landing and tell them Captain Roy sent you.
I tell you what I like about Coram. I like the food, I like the price, I like the quality, I like the quantity of it. But what I like most about Coram Steak and Eggs is I like that friendly atmosphere that I always find when I dine out there. It's owned and operated by Linda and Willie Coram. They are the original, and they're open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and their breakfast out of this world. My favorite is the world famous Coram Heavenly Hash. Coram Steak and Eggs, 804 South Tyndall Parkway.
Hi, I'm Rick, owner of Affordable Appliance Repair. With over 40 years experience, we offer $29.95 service call fees anywhere in Bay County, plus 10% discounts to our senior citizens, military, police, and fire departments. If you're tired of high appliance repair costs, call us, Affordable Appliance Repair, 215-2550. That's 215-2550.
Got that U-Pro bent there. Oh yeah. That's a good trout there. Nope, catfish. Oh, this got a big catfish. You got him snagged in the side. Oh, well, the captain got one on too. Getting a little better all the time. Yeah, I got it in there. This is just another one's a little bit bigger. That's a pretty nice trout. This one is. Did you get him in?
And we're back. And need to do a U-Pro Rods commercial. We appreciate U-Pro Rods for sponsoring the show. These are really wonderful rods. They've got a lifetime warranty. If you break one of these rod tips, you just send it back to the store that you bought it from and they'll replace it at no charge. They're super lightweight, very balanced rod. Just a super rod. Need to get you one. U-Pro Rods. Also, we want to mention our sweepstakes. We're still doing our sweepstakes, so you want to get your entries in. And to be able to get your entries in, go to outdoors@captainroy.com. And also, we've got a new website on there. And, you know, I don't know Captain Roy's telephone number by heart, but you can go to his website and get his phone number. But in the sweepstakes, we are going to be giving away a U-Pro rod, a canoe trip at the Canoe Livery, a fishing trip for 2 people on the Lake Seminole with guide Jody Wells, fishing trip for 2 people with Captain Roy Ray, everything furnished. And we're going to be giving away one of the books, Wagon Tracks, and we'll be giving away some stand stuff spaces. And we've also got some hats to give away. So make sure you get your entries in and don't forget to put your telephone number on it so we can call you up and let you know that you won. We also want to mention that the author of the Wagon Tracks, Leon Sexton, he's going to be at the Pioneer Settlement on Saturday the 21st from 12 to 2 o'clock, and you can purchase the book and get it autographed. So anyway, we sure do appreciate you watching the show, and remember to always try to be as good to him as he is to you.
Y'all be sure to join the Captain and Cheryl next week. Outdoors with Captain Roy and Cheryl. This has been a Swan Dive production.